Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Rise and Fall challenge, where we're giving it the old down up down. Which is to say, we start on the lowest floor of a given level, and then we're only allowed to go up until we get to the top floor. Then we're only allowed to go down until we get back to the bottom again. And that's your lot, until all the targets are bested. I was kind of concerned for a moment I wasn't going to be able to record today because the game crashed like 4 times on trying to load the safe house before I finally got in. I've already selected some levels because I knew that we hadn't done Sapienza or any of the Hitman 2 maps recently, so I had a look for a selection that would cover that for us. And we got Whittington Creek, New York, Miami, Sapienza, Haven and Ambrose. So it's a nice little mix all around. Ambrose might also be Cuba, but that would be fine. Now, where would be good for a showdown? I mean, the 3 maps that aren't alerted are all pretty good for showdowns, to be honest. We're doing a PsyOps. None of these 3 maps appear to have distract target, but that's fine. I don't really think I want blind target on the showdown, so maybe we get Haven out of the way early. But poison target is good. Push kill might also be tricky. Push kill's generally tricky on Whistleton Creek, so I think we need more targets to make it more likely to happen. So I think Ambrose will probably be our showdown, and we'll start with Haven, where we're destroying cameras and blinding a target. And collateral explosion seems a safe bet. Shouldn't be too hard of a map in terms of verticality, but I've said that before probably, and then things have gone horribly wrong. So we'll bring along our silver baller, because of course we will. We'll bring along a collateral exploder. So rubber duck generally does the job, but prox explosive will also do the job. And we'll bring the usual wrench, lockpick, dart gun, maybe second dart gun. And now we need a blinding tool. Flash phone is a good bet. It's the only thing that we'd be losing from the middle crate, so we can always get it back again. It's just more reliable than any other form of flash grenade. So we'll bring flash phone and we'll hit the beach. We're not dressed for the weather, but we often aren't because a lot of the maps are hot weather, so yeah. Where are we anyway? We're on level 1, -3. Oh, heck. We're going to have to get down into the server farm before we can really do anything, because that's part of the rules. Are we allowed to knock people out to get an outfit? I don't think we are. I don't think I have on any level up till now anyway. So it'd be weird if I suddenly started knocking people out now. But then how do we get down?
Nice outfit.
Thanks. There's got to be key cards, but again they might require knocking people out. So maybe we have to sneak into the villa, and in our suit we have to sneak around to the one entrance that I know will definitely work. Are we allowed to break cameras on our way down? So we can hop this wall, that's fine. This is hostile though, and that maid is in our way. So I'm not sure if that's the best bet. There is a way out here, isn't there? That leads in, I think. There's a hatch somewhere. And we're wrong about that on this side. It might be just inside that there's a hatch, but again, I'm pretty sure that requires a key card. So, of course it makes sense that the hatch would be inside the wall. And yeah, key cards required for that, so we can't get down to the server farm that way. If this maid wasn't here, then maybe we'd be able to sneak past and get a bit further. What if we threw this? She does hear that. And now she's off to have a look. So that's her bypassed. But now what? One of my targets is nearby, but that's cool. Guards. all over the shop. That guy, that was too close. But we survived. We've actually made it to here, which I kind of wasn't expecting. That guy, amazingly, didn't actually see us. How he didn't see us, I've no idea. But we're almost there. I'm astonished how well this is going. We're on level 2, -2.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of people are almost seeing us.
Hey, what the hell are you doing here?
Okay,
I'm gonna take you out, knucklehead.
we're on the lowest level.
Damn it! I don't have to.
We can now start murking people, should we wish.
Anyone got him? Damn it, he's gone.
Hello, Mr. Petrova. Just leaving a message. It's me.
There's a target over there.
Listen up. Be a good boy. Come out. Ready yourself. We need to secure the area. I need you to get as far away as possible.
No,
For your own
let's
sake. Do
see.
you understand?
Can we lock onto our man over there? No.
Anybody copy? No sign of any pup.
So everyone's panicking. Our target has run off,
Okay, shit.
somewhat.
This just got serious. Do you have info on the perp? He's in some type of costume. Affirmative.
I'm not in a costume, this is my regular everyday wear.
Command. Hey, something bad is going down. Roger that.
Yep, something bad's going down.
Same guy. You just got it.
Okay, that almost worked. Take no damage, just gone. But the fact that we're even just alive down here is pretty impressive, I think. We almost got away with that. If someone hadn't mystically heard us getting choked. Choking that guy, even. We weren't getting choked.
Give him all you got. Affirmative.
Oops. Can we not hit that guy? We can hit that one.
Better position. Force him out of cover.
Yeah, you can fucking try, mate.
Right over there.
Well.
Got a man down.
Okay. How are we still compromised? Bit more ammo. That's what we need. I don't see that we're compromised here.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, there's no orange people around, so what's the deal with that?
Oh shoot.
No one's going to sneak up on us, are they? I hope not. Oh, there's a guy over there. How are you compromising us?
Oh, Jesus! Someone's been doing a whole lot of killing! I need help! Someone, please help me!
I have no idea what happened.
Okay, we're still compromised. I've had to kill a civilian, much to my annoyance, and yet we're still compromised. So what are we going to do on ground level? We do have a target down here, although she might have run off to tell people about what's happened. More guards coming down. That's fine. Kinda. Our target's coming back down, but she might just be off again soon, because she might panic. Oh. Who saw that? That crime wasn't noticed. Are we just dealing with people seeing shit through walls again? Is that what's happening here? There's nobody orange. Unless it's one of our targets that saw us somewhere. She doesn't have a dot. Oh yeah, she does. So she's compromising us. She might be the one who keeps seeing our crimes. Down she goes. Someone's going to get some help, so that means collateral explosion should be dealt with. Lovely. Oh, collateral explosion hasn't been dealt with, in fact, because someone managed to trigger the prox explosive without dying. How the frick did they manage that?
Area clear. Proceeding to next sector.
Was it because they're on the stairs? Maybe. But that's cool, we've got a backup duck. And we're no longer compromised, so it was her who was thoroughly compromising us. Now, 2 of our other targets are in the villa on level 1. Our other targets, Captain Rutherford in the cocktail bar. So this is the sort of situation where we are going to have to rise all the way to the top of the level, then fall back down again, because... although we can't really, can we? Well... because the only place that's the tippity top is the radio tower. And then we're only allowed down again, which would allow us back down to level 1, which is where everyone is. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we're fine, actually. What we do, we rise up to the top. And on the way to the top, we pass through level 1, so we take out those 2 targets there. Then when we get all the way to the radio tower at the top, and then we can start falling again, we would have to go back down to level 0, because that's where the basement of the outpost is. But then we can easily shoot Captain Rutherford from that level. So I think we're good.
Got nothing. Stand by.
I don't think we need to be down here anymore, except for a courier, but I'm not that fussed about them. Propane, that gives us another opportunity for collateral explosive. This is level 2. Going down this flight of stairs would also still be level 2. But is there a way out that involves not going down those stairs? Yeah. Even though we're not going down a level, we might have to go down a flight of stairs. Blurg. But we're still on level 2, so it's all good. Now we could go up that way and then climb the ladder. Or we could just come out here. Can it hurt to deal with more security men on our way? I say no. And the beach is level 0, so 2 of our targets are 1 floor up, but we are allowed to rise up to their level. We don't necessarily have to, but it would probably make life easier than trying to deal with them elsewhere. So there's a target. And then the second one is over there. So what's the best way to get 2 targets with 1 propane? Oh yeah, we could have stolen that keycard on the way, but we didn't. There's lots of propane here. Is that guy just going to stand there? Yeah, you go have a look. Do you want to walk a bit closer to it? Maybe he doesn't. I'm kind of worried this guy's now going to move away, because he's been standing there for ages, but now he's eating a burger. No, he's still just going to stand. Good. I don't think we're going to have like a triple chain of propane here, where that one blows up the middle one, blows up the next one. But if we did, firstly, would that count as a collateral? Secondly, would we get caught in it? I guess we don't really need to find out, because that guy's moved over there. And there is our explosion. Now, can we actually leave the villa without going back down a level? No, we can't, because it's level 0 to get across there. So by coming up to level 1 to get these targets, I've kind of fucked myself. I'm pretty sure there's no way we can snipe the captain. from over here. We haven't got a sniper rifle for one thing. Maybe it's possible. We'll have to have a look. Let's see, this might not be over. There's a phone there.
Thumbs up, mate.
Yeah, thumbs up. It's for you. So that's blind target dealt with at least. Target is now panicking and scuttling away. Down they go. So the only hope we've got of sticking with the challenge, because of that bloody radio tower ruining everything, is to go up to the second floor here and snipe the captain. I don't think we get a clean shot from anywhere. So, so that guy turns away. She gets choked and put in a cupboard. I could have wrenched her, I suppose. Probably should have. No, you can't be shoved, can you? No. Sorry, friend. So that's cleared this out. Now, I'm not sure about those maids. They're just annoying. They might see us if we do crimes. We got away with that crime at least, and that's one of our challenges out of the way. Now, it's just a case of what's in our way. Leaves can just be shot, probably. He's going into the bar now to have a drink, but when he comes back out, he's just on a balcony, and theoretically, we could shoot through a bunch of shit and get to him. Would be nice if these maids weren't in the vicinity, though. Can we hit him from here? No. There's something in the way. I wonder what it is. I mean, it could be anything. There might be a building in there. It might be that I'm missing it by a matter of millimeters, or it might just be impossible. If only I'd bought a sniper rifle. Bullet impact was noticed there. Someone's searching. So we hit something. But yeah, nothing we seem to be doing there seems to be getting his attention. I guess we'll just have to admit defeat this time. Oh yeah, we haven't actually taken out the camera box.
Nothing yet. I've told the others it's a top priority, sir.
So yeah, we could cross over here. If we said that the radio tower doesn't count because it's not really a floor, then we were alright, because we've now just gone down some levels again. The alternative would be to say that there's no way to reach the radio tower except by going up. So what would the other option have been? Start on the ground floor, work my way up to the radio tower, shoot people from the radio tower perhaps, but then I would be allowed to work my way down again. Yeah, when I left the server lab, I should have just proceeded directly to the radio tower, I think. But I failed to do that. So I could have done this, but I just messed up on where I travelled. And now I've got to deal with the captain without going upstairs again. It shouldn't be too hard.
Stacy, just hear me out, all right? I'm a new man.
Okay,
I've
captain's
given up on
down.
the whole thing.
So the targets are eliminated. I messed up somewhat, but they are eliminated. I should have planned the whole route before I started moving or anything. What do you mean crime note is compromised? What bullshit are we talking about now? I guess I didn't steer far enough clear of the crime. But I don't feel like I'm in combat. I don't particularly feel compromised, to be honest. So we're back to searching. So it was another of those fake compromised. Supplier can't make my day better by giving me a pistol. That's a shame. So, assuming that that compromise was just a fake one, let's go up to where the good captain got shot. Because I just want to see what's going on up there. So, you're dragging away the body. Very well. Captain was stood about here, wasn't he? Part of a treasure map. So this pillar and these other pillars were probably in the way. For a start. And then there's a tree trunk.
This will allow us to start over. Get all those
But then, yeah, how far do we have to go to even see the villa? Yeah, it was over there somewhere, so the shot was never happening. Even with a sniper rifle. So we've technically failed the challenge there. But as ever when I do silly challenges like this, everybody gets one. So that was our one fail that we're allowed. We will have to hope for an easier time of it on the other maps. So what are we looking at? Collateral firearms, that's not been our friend recently. But it's an option. Maybe I'll do 2 alerted next week, because that first level took a little while. And poison target means identifying our targets nice and easy. So 2 alerted plus a showdown next week. So today we'll do 1 alerted and Wick Creek. Sapienza's got fairly straightforward objectives. New York wants us to eliminate guards with an SMG. We can do that. Miami wants an SMG and concussive explosives. So none of these really help or hinder our prestige objectives. We'll do Miami. We can collect a baseball bat in Miami, so we don't need to bring our own. So we'll take pacified baseball bat. Miami, I think, is crawling with fire extinguishers, so we might not need the concussive ducts, but we'll bring them to be on the safe side. We'll bring the usual tools, including a couple of dart guns. Silver baller. And then, let's see. DAC DTI will get the job done. So we've got everything we need about our person except the baseball bat, but I know where to find one. So it's fine. I've just realised it might have been the yacht again, in which case we wouldn't have a baseball bat. But thankfully that's not the case.
Good for time.
Now, what level are we on? 0. But that's okay, because we'll just go down to the basement. And then we'll be on the lowest level. It looks like 3 of our targets are on our level, and then one of them's a bit higher up. But given the vast interconnectedness of level 0 on Miami, we should be able to get around most of it without going up or down anything. So it should be fine. Now, we've got destroy cameras. So we can make a start on that when this one turns away from us. And then we do have a fire extinguisher over here somewhere. There's one. Is that the second one? Yeah, it is. Cool.
I just feel it's time to take a stand. What was that?
It's a fire extinguisher.
Hello? Excuse me. Think you lost something?
Yeah, I lost my favourite fire extinguisher.
Gee!
But there we go. There's a couple of guys knocked out. That guy and his friend shat themselves.
Not good, man. Not good.
Clonk.
Central, I'm reading you 5 by 5. Area is clear. Seating the next location. Out.
Let's see if we can't get this last guy.
God damn!
Hey, hey,
Wonderful. So that guy is panicking a bit because of all the explosion. He's going somewhere else to get some help. Whilst he's gone, we'll take care of some business. And we'll just help ourselves to keycards, and guns, and anything else that we might need. We could get a uniform. Where are our targets then? There's two just out and about, so they're easy. There's one who's up there though. So do we get the two? How do we get... Ah, that's the challenge of Miami, I guess. Is how do we get across the map without going up or down a level? Because we'd have to go up to level 1, up to level 2 to go across those. Or we'd have to go down to level 0 again to go through the tunnel. Are you in a building? You are. Makes me wish I'd bought a sniper rifle again. Where's level 3? Level 3 is Kronstadt Gardens and stuff, and then we can only come down. The fact these two are out and about means I think we might want to go across underneath, up to where Elizabeth is, take her out, go up to level 2, let's take him out. Or do we go... Yeah, because if we go to level 0... Okay, I've got a plan. It involves getting a Kronstadt security outfit. I'm wondering which type of guard our friend is going to go and get for us. Because there's probably going to be a guard coming down here sometime soon. Okay, bodies found. You found them. You did. Where could I get Kronstadt security from without climbing the floors? A man's coming back down. He might notice if we leave a gun there, and he might go and get another guard. Or he might go that way and find a dead body. Because there's a fresh one out there that wasn't there a minute ago. Yep, so he's now going to rush off and get another guard. And sooner or later he's going to run out of regular guards. And he's going to go up into Kronstadt's building. And get a Kronstadt guard. Yep, there he goes again. Now just go all the way up the stairs, please, my friend. Keep going up. No, he's running across. So he's getting another regular guard, I think. Kronstadt security tend not to hang out on this lower floor, do they?
Shit.
Oh, hello.
Requesting backup.
Awesome.
Commander.
Did a shit job of dealing with him. But there's the outfit I want. Now, which way do I want to go? Let me just double check my plan. So it involves coming out there, going up to level 0. And then dealing with Elizabeth. Yeah, okay. This challenge is certainly causing me to do some weird shit. And I like it for that. That was the plan all along. So it's jolly good in that regard. What do we have here? Nothing much. So, level 0.
So mean. This is total exploitation.
Target is a reasonable distance away. Oh, pacified baseball bat though. Frig. My plan involved picking up the baseball bat from near the pier and then bashing a target with it, but my new plan involves rising and not falling, so it involves shooting those two targets from a higher floor. So I don't know if the plan's completely fucked, but it might be, because there is literally no way to cross the racetrack without rising or falling. Let's see what happens. There's a camera around here.
just repeat some ground rules for those of you new to
Yes.
endurance racing. You gotta cover as much ground as possible.
Good. Wait a minute. There might be hope.
Don't forget,
No, it's a shovel. Yes, it's a baseball bat. Amazing. I should have just bought one. I should have bought one. I don't need to bring a bloody Karma. But I thought I'd be clever, didn't I? It turns out it made me panic an awful lot about the plan. But now we can stick with the plan. Step one of which is lure out this woman. Good,
you
here she
gotta
comes.
cover as much ground as possible within the time frame. When the time's up, we have a
Father?
Clonk. Did she just say father? I have questions. But I'm not going to get answers. So, in the bin with you. So now we need to get to level 2. Maybe we don't need to get to level 2, because our next target,
the end of the day.
they are up there.
For newcomers to endurance racing, let me
Is there anywhere where we can reach them from down here?
all about which
That's the first question. Didn't see that one coming through his binoculars, did he? Cool. So the plan is working. That guy, I was just going to try and find somewhere to snipe from the Kronstadt building. But that's the plan now, is go up the middle walkway that leads into the Kronstadt building and then snipe people from there. Although because we've taken that guy out, we don't actually need to snipe people from the top floor, do we? Because we could just come back down again. Just have to wait for this Securo man to wander away, I think. Blending in good and proper. Okay, he's going that way.
Don't forget, this race is
Can we just
all
run
about
past him?
getting some miles under the hood. It's as much about the car's stamina
Kinda.
and technology
We're slightly
as it is
sus.
about the driver's talent.
May as well go full sus then.
Just feel the tension in the air.
Okay, we're full sus. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter if a bunch of orange people are down there, because we're going up here. Ah, it's not the standard map though.
You'll be a real bodyguard.
No, she's probably going to notice if we shove that guy over the railing. So let's just choke her out. Maybe it's the Undying. Anyway, that guy was saying something about maybe we'll be a real bodyguard one day. We're not a real bodyguard, friend. We're an assassin. That's taught him a lesson he won't forget anytime soon. So the conference room and that sort of area, that's probably where Mark Farber's hanging out, if it is indeed the Undying. So the fact it's going to be busier than usual is sad times. And it's looking pretty busy. Because otherwise this would be a great spot for sniping. 2 security guards. And a guy there. Not much going on in this room though. And this one's nice and quiet. Time for some more of this long-range nonsense shooting. Like we did on Mendoza. And eventually it gets the job done. Our other target though is elsewhere now. Oh shit, they're all the way over there now. Okay, that's fine. One of those security men will come somewhere in this direction soon. I also worry though that gunmen are going to come in this direction because they're going to know where the shots were fired from. It's probably going to be fine. I mean, this guy's not going to be fine. He's going to have a sore head.
Hey, what's going on?
But that's part of the room cleared out that we might want to shoot our second target from. She's a jogger though. Oh, security men over there as well. Could just go up another floor and then snipe her. Or maybe she does come far enough in this direction that we can hit her from our balcony. I feel like if guards were running to this spot, they'd have found it by now. Yes, you stop running, friend. Good, we're done. It took a bit of thinking, but we figured out a way to get it all done. And if we'd needed to, we could have gone all the way up another floor. Now, supplier is over onto the side again, but we're free to roam now.
Take a seat.
We could also crack the safe, but
I'll just head over to check it.
we don't really need to. I'm only doing it because it's not very far away at all. Now we just need to hack the dang thing without too many people noticing.
Really the main attraction here.
Oh wait, you're already in here.
Hey, is anyone there?
It's got a bit dark.
Hello? I don't like this.
You shouldn't like this, my man. Because you're in a heap now. I'm not quite sure why it's so bloody dark in here, but hey ho. And that's cleared the way. Good. We are slightly compromised onto the side of the map in this outfit. But I don't know if that's a big issue. We should hopefully just be able to avoid anyone that might be looking at us funny. Okay, we've taken a route that's allowing us to get back to the supplier without running into any of the people compromising us, I think. And there's also another box. So let's grab that. Again, on the off chance there's a pistol in it. Nope. I'm not even sure if there's any pistols left that can be got from boxes. It's weird. The rules aren't clear. It's all a bit arcane. Now please tell me you've got a pistol. Okay, no, just a prox explosive. Also, we've got another camera that we need to take down.
You know where to find me.
I almost forgot.
No tengo ninguna declaración.
If only there was one nearby. So nobody's really watching us from here. Bam. All of our problems have been solved. That could have been worse, really. Nearly was until I found that second baseball bat, but it could have been worse. So it's probably a nice relaxing bit of Whistleton Creek to end the day. Doesn't have a safe though. But we could bring a baseball bat. The only way things can really go wrong on Whistleton Creek is if we've got targets in two different basements. But even then, we can rise up to the top floor and then back down again. So we can cover two different basements like that. That's why this is a rise and fall challenge rather than just down to up or up to down. So we'll take Whit Creek, we'll take baseball bat. We don't need any other large items, so that's absolutely fine. Don't get caught on camera, and surveillance recorders kind of take care of themselves, really. We'll bring the concrete bat, because it's my favourite. I don't think we have a baseball bat on the DLC wall, do we? No. Well, the other DLC wall, I should say. And usual stuff here. Maybe Karma. Probably can't hurt. Don't really need a submachine gun, but we could bring one. Just in case. And yeah, hopefully Whistleton Creek will be nice and straightforward. So here we are. It's the night time. Could be a bitter pill. I think it might be. None of our targets are on the lowest floor of the level, so that's fine. If we can get into the Janus property through the basement, then that would be cool. Galen Vol's office, so yeah, it's bitter pill. I don't know whether or not there's a passageway there though. But there doesn't have to be really, does there? Because all we need to do is get into the Griswold garden and go down the stairs. It does look as though the tunnel's there, but maybe the tunnel's always there. Luckily no one is in Galen's property, so I don't have to worry about all those lasers on every window. No, we are trespassing in the Griswold garden. But if we give this woman a wide berth, then we're kind of alright. Yep, she didn't see enough of us. And now we're on the lowest floor. Someone over there who also wouldn't welcome us to the house. And yeah, that's blocked off. That's okay. The main thing is, we are on the lowest floor of the map, so we can now rise up to ground level. And now we're free to do things. One of our tanks has gone upstairs in Jaina's property, so maybe we take out the other two first. You're an FBI guy. Is anyone paying enough attention if we do that?
Command, something ain't right down here. Stand by while I investigate.
Where are you going? Oh yeah, you are going that way, good.
Hello?
So, nobody's paying enough attention to this to stop us from getting an outfit that will allow us into the property. We've got other things we can do as well, such as take down the recorder in Nolan Cassidy's place. We've been caught on camera, but that's fine, we'll just take out the recorder and that'll be problem solved. Push kill and baseball bat. The one that goes upstairs could be a push kill because we knock him out and we throw him out of the window. But the one who's over in the park here could be a push kill because we knock them out and then we drag them to the river and toss them in. But given where they're located, maybe that's not happening. But then there's barely anyone else in the park, so maybe it is happening. Oh no, those two are there. Okay. So, round she comes.
Is anyone here? Don't be scared.
Bonk. I'm not scared. Okay, I thought for a minute that ranger was coming into this building, but no. So in we go. She goes in a cupboard. Yeah, she's not terribly suitable for push kill. And then we'll pop our bat back in its briefcase and carry on to the Cassidy property because I want those cameras down. So normally we go in with the generator method, but I'm wondering if that's really required or if we just climb through a window. Yeah, heck with it. We'll just do that. This all counts as level 0, so that's fine. And now we've got the right outfit to get into Jaina's property. Where's Supplier Friend anyway? Construction. We could go and see them first. Might save us a bit of running in the long run. This is a nice nighttime map because it's not incredibly dark like some of the others. It just gives the impression of being nighttime. Oh, the Air Crush. It's only 15k. That's quite cheap for a legendary. About time we got that.
Take care now.
There's only like a gold baller and like one other gun left, I think. So the Air Crush. It's got 16 bullets, so it doesn't share bullets with regular pistols by the look of things. And it has steady aim and it's subsonic. But the main thing is it's different to a lot of the other guns. It's like most of the guns there's just no point using them, but this one's got a niche. And I like that. Weapons that are similar but different to each other is far more fun than just here's bloody 15 unsilenced pistols for you to collect. Okay, body's been found, but that's okay. Took them long enough to notice. Oh, it's Spencer. Okay. So, target is roaming around over there. He's the one who goes upstairs. Oops, sorry friend. Target 2 is just this guy. This guy is not a push kill friend. Because honestly, there's a box in here, isn't there?
Strange.
It is strange. Come and have a look. Now you go in the box. Can we do the same to the actual target? Not if we climb in the box ourselves like a twat. Here he comes again. That was too early. That just apparently is good enough. There we go. Now, I don't think anyone will notice if we corner snatch him, so I think we're alright. The fact that the door closes on us is what makes it work. So that's you out of the way. So I guess we're not really testing out the air crush, because our last guy does need to be pushed. So I'm going to drink upstairs. That's cool. So, no need to fuck around. Oh, are you coming in? No, you're not. Good. Ah, that's not even a kill drop though. I may have jumped the gun. It's probably fine. Maybe we do get to test out the air crush after all. Bam. Join me, friend. So, this guard is just ignorant. So down he goes. Would this be a fatal drop? Yeah, that one would be. Good. So you go in there. It's pretty easy to clear out the top floor of this house, so that's great news. There's a box there. Walked straight past it a dozen times. But that's fine. Now this guy can go straight out. Look out below.
Wait, what?
I said look out below. So that's our push kill dealt with. Now, which doorway did I leave my briefcase in? There it is. Excellent. So we've met the supplier. We've done everything else that we might need to. I think we're safe to just leave the area. Kind of forgot halfway through the level about the whole Rise and Fall challenge, but I think that's just because I dismissed it because I had a plan. And if I just followed the plan, then it wasn't going to be a bother. I was just having fun, really. And that's the main thing, isn't it? Bus home. There we go. Great success if you don't count Haven's radio tower or taking damage on Haven. Haven generally just tried to fuck on me, but despite this, we stand tall. And next week we'll have the final 3 levels and hopefully get everything wrapped up and move on to the next challenge. Until then though, thanks for watching, friends.